On the day of my mating ceremony, I caught my alpha sleeping with my own sister. Only then did I finally understand why Cain had always been so cold towards me. It wasn't because of who he was. It was because he never loved me. I didn't confront them on the spot. Instead, during the ceremony, I used a memory crystal to project everything they'd done for everyone to see. The entire hall erupted in shock. Guests stared at them with ridicule and amusement.
My alpha. My sister. Why don't you explain to everyone exactly what you were doing a few minutes ago?
Sera, I know you've always hated me, but you can't ruin your own mating ceremony just to frame me!
Sera, didn't you save me from the black market because of my status in the first place? I've already promised to mark you as my mate. What more do you want?
My parents would immediately comfort Lydia, and my father turned to look at me, his face full of anger.
You're so vicious that you'd create fake footage just to slander Lydia. And even now, she's worried about your ceremony. That's why you'll never be half the woman she is!
The night Sera signed the mating contract, she disappeared and didn't come home until the next morning. I personally saw her returning in disheveled clothes. We had originally planned to go through with the ceremony. Then Cain would quietly dissolve the bond afterward to protect Sera's reputation. But we never expected her to be this malicious. Because she can't behave herself. She wants to drag Lydia's name through the mud too.
I didn't even get a chance to defend myself. They had already convicted me. Once again, my parents chose to protect Lydia at my expense. Just like they always had. I didn't even get a chance to defend myself. They had already convicted me. When your own parents expose you in front of everyone, no explanation matters. Nobody was going to believe me. A crushing sense of helplessness swallowed me whole. I wanted to run, but my feet wouldn't move. Then a deep, commanding voice spoke from behind me.
That night, Sera was with me.
It's him. The crowd immediately parted. A man stepped forward. He was taller than Cain, his perfectly tailored black royal robe stretched over a powerful frame. Darian wailed, leader of the Silver Moon Pack, Cain's uncle. He stopped in front of me. There wasn't a trace of warmth in his icy blue eyes.
Sera went out that night to gather herbs. She was attacked by wild wolves. I rescued her and brought her home. Nothing else happened. Isn't that right, Sera?
I froze for a moment. Then I realized this was my only chance to clear my name. So I nodded. My father didn't dare challenge Darian, and instead, he forced out an awkward laugh.
Well, it seems Sera was simply frightened and made a foolish accusation against her sister. My apologies. Everyone, Sera isn't in the best mental state today, so we'll end the ceremony here.
No. The ceremony will continue. After saving you that night, I realized you'd make an excellent Luna Queen. Sera Clermont, will you become my mate?
The word sounded romantic, but his eyes remained completely emotionless. My mind went blank. Who I married. Did it even matter anymore? As long as I could escape this humiliation, anything was better than staying here. Numbly, I extended my hand.
Sera!
Cain's expression changed. His eyes practically begged me not to agree. How ridiculous. Did he really think I'd still choose him after everything he'd done? I placed my hand in Darian's. He slid the silver ring originally meant for Cain and onto my finger. The ceremony ended hastily. Soon afterward, I was escorted to the bridal suite, sitting alone on the edge of the bed as I waited for whatever came next. The door opened. Darian walked in. He removed his royal robe and poured 2 glasses of wine. Then he handed one to me.
Drink. It'll help.
I accepted it without a word and drained the glass. A complicated emotion flashed through his eyes. Then he got straight to the point.
I carry a curse. A very old blood curse. The only way to break it is for my mate to complete the bond and mark, then draw blood from her heart 3 times.
He paused, watching my reaction.
As compensation, once the curse is broken, I'll give you more wealth than you could spend in a lifetime. You'll remain Lady Wolf, with status, freedom, and every privilege imaginable.
My heart sank. So that was the truth. This marriage was another transaction, a colder one than before.
I'll help you draw the blood. Consider it repayment for helping me today. But I won't agree to the mark. I only want to share that kind of intimacy with someone I love.
Something dangerous flashed across his face. He stepped closer. His towering frame completely enveloped me.
Don't reject me so quickly.
No, let me go.
Sera, I have all the time in the world to make you fall in love with me.
For some reason, staring into those blue eyes, I stopped fighting. That night, he marked me. I became Lady Wolf, the cursed mate, a wife in name more than reality. To his credit, Darian kept part of his promise. He gave me a life beyond anything I'd ever imagined. Everyone in the manor treated me with absolute respect, but he also shattered every boundary I had. Every night he returned to our red room. Every night he claimed me in the most primal way possible. His possessiveness was overwhelming, and little by little, I found myself sinking into it. Then came the first blood extraction. It was torture. Darian personally drove the dagger into my chest. The pain was cold, sharp. It pierced straight into my soul. I could actually feel my life draining away with the blood. After the first extraction, I was bedridden for an entire week. Darian watched over me with an expression I couldn't understand. He never explained, never apologized. Yet beneath that icy exterior, something seemed to be changing. He abandoned all pack affairs and cared for me personally. He fed me medicine, used cold cloths to lower my fever. When I refused to drink a particularly bitter herbal brew, he surprised me. He took a sip himself, then pressed his lips to mine and fed it to me mouth to mouth. The bitter medicine mixed with his clean scent. My heartbeat skipped. Once I recovered, he seemed to become the cold alpha again. But subtle things changed. My favorite foods appeared at meals. Ancient herbology books started showing up in his study. He even built a private herb garden for me inside the greenhouse behind the manor. Sometimes, near sunset, he'd quietly join me there and watched me care for the plants. One day, I accidentally cut my finger on a poisonous thorn. He appeared at my side almost instantly and carefully sucked the poison from the wound.
Be more careful.
His tone remained cold, but for a brief second, I saw concern in those blue eyes. My heart surrendered little by little, not through grand gestures, but through those tiny moments of kindness. Soon, I found myself looking forward to his return every night. I even began convincing myself that the curse didn't matter anymore. Neither did the transaction that started our marriage. Maybe, just maybe, I had become special to him. The second extraction happened during a stormy night. He held me in his arms as he plunged the dagger into my chest. Strangely, he looked more nervous than I was. His forehead rested against mine. Again and again, he whispered my name.
Sera, look at me.
The pain was unbearable. Yet inside his dark blue eyes, I saw something that looked remarkably like suffering. Something he was desperately trying to hide. In that moment, I thought it was love. I was wrong. That day, I found the secret that completely broke me down. 3 months passed after the second extraction. My recovery took much longer than before. Darian never mentioned the third extraction. Naively, I assumed he was worried about me. One afternoon, I went upstairs looking for an herbal encyclopedia. As I passed the guest lounge on the second floor, I heard Lydia's voice.
What are you waiting for, Darian? Why haven't you taken the third drop yet? I've waited long enough!
I stopped dead in my tracks, every drop of blood in my body frozen. Silently, I moved closer. My heart pounded so hard it felt ready to burst from my chest.
Her body hasn't recovered yet.
You're worried about her? Don't tell me you've actually fallen in love with her. Darian, have you forgotten our plan?
Plan? What plan?
When the elders told us about the curse, you said my health was too fragile. That's why they suggested using Sera instead. Since she's my blood sister, she could become your mate first. She could break the curse for you.
My entire world tilted.
Then after the curse is gone, you'll remove the mark and bond with me instead. Unless you've become attached to her? What about me?
A loud ringing filled my ears. I could barely breathe. So, this was the truth.